Today we're here with Bryce Bumgardner. He's a junior on the St. Helens football team. Bryce, you've had a couple big games the last 2 weeks, receiving 250-some yards and 120 yards, a bunch of touchdowns. How does it feel getting that much action out of the receiver?
I don't know. It feels great. It seems that a lot of work during the off season kind of pays off, and just working on little things, and I think that's where it really hits home and brings everything together.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have really clicked these last couple weeks with a new quarterback. Levi has only played there, a year and a half basically. Do you feel like you're really starting to hit a groove right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think that starting at especially quarterback for like a sophomore. I feel like Levi has kind of grown into the position, and I feel like that. He's really made it his own. Me starting as a wide receiver for a sophomore, that was pretty cool. The thing is that it's those first couple games where you're just trying to get into it, and I just kind of had to find my spot. So.
Right. Yeah. So do you think that's kind of easier when you're at a wide receiver position than it would be for a quarterback, where you've got to be, the guy on every snap?
Yeah, I think it's way easier for a wide receiver. I think Levi kind of stepped in some pretty big shoes as soon as he. As soon as he heard that he was the guy for the job. So, I feel like that he just kind of took it as it came to him, and then, he did a lot of work during the off season with me and Justin and Miles and all those guys, and he really worked hard. So, he deserves it.
Yeah, and you see those huge numbers really through the air the last couple weeks versus, just 2 years ago when you were a freshman, you guys are running two-back veer, running the ball all the time. What's that transformation been like for you specifically as a wide receiver?
For me, when I was a freshman, I started as a quarterback for the veer, and that was, I've never been really the quarterback guy. I've always liked to catch the ball and stuff like that. So, wide receiver was really kind of a cool thing for me. I've always wanted to do that, and now that I can, it's way, way better. And, I think that you just really have to like being a quarterback and stuff like that, and if you don't, then it's going to be a long season for you, but you got to like what you do. So
yeah, and it sounds like even before your big game, you're starting to get some attention. Coach Phillips said you got a letter from Arizona State, a little bit late notice to get down there for their Thursday night game, but then you took the trip up to Washington. What's that been like, getting that kind of attention from those big schools?
When I first started at receiver, I never thought that I would get that kind of attention. I always thought it would be like, small colleges and stuff like that. I didn't think I was, up to that kind of potential. I started going to a lot of big camps during the summer and stuff like that, and it was, it's just been a lot of work, and so, I guess it's starting to pay off. Like, people are starting to look, and that's, getting those letters to me is just saying, hey, you're doing good work. Keep it up.
So were you holding your own against some like 6A big school guys at these camps, or what were those camps like?
Yeah, these camps are, there's usually about like 100 to 150 colleges there. There's a lot of notability, I guess.
Okay.
People start to see you a lot more. It's just, I don't know, you're just getting your face out there, and then they're just like, hey, doing pretty good. You like what we see. Maybe next year, we can send you something else. But, it's like you talk to the coaches right after the camp, and then it's like you just get your name out there. That's about it.
Nice. Okay. And then on your trip up to Washington, you were there for their game against Stanford. What was the kind of whole visit like? What did you do up there?
Up there, the very first thing that kind of stood out to me, I wasn't ready for it at all, but I never thought I'd hear myself as this name, but I first walked in, and then the dude just said, all right, all recruits come over here, and I was like, am I a recruit? And I was kind of shocked hearing that. As soon as I heard it a couple more times, it started to sink in, like, dude, this is what you're here for. You're here for football. Like, this is cool. And it was a really cool experience. Like, the very first thing, they had balcony that oversaw the entire field and the entire stadium and everything like that. And that's, I mean, we ate lunch and stuff. We went down to the locker room. They had this enormous weight room, and I mean, it was just a great experience to like watching the players just like go down the hall. Like they're just, you could tell they were just ready for the game. I mean, every single one of them was in tune. Nobody was talking. Nobody was just joking around. It seemed like it was my kind of football. I love that. That seems like what I want to do. So, yeah.
So being a junior and going on these trips, does that motivate you to work even harder throughout the rest of this year and then off season going into next year? What does that kind of open your eyes to?
It totally opened my eyes to that I have more potential, or that I could put more out there. You know, I mean, it's not that like this is what I got. That's it. I feel like that if I can work harder, I know I can, because there's some days where I'm just like, I could go work out today, or I could like, you know, hang out with my parents or something like that, you know. And I mean, it's cool to hang out with my parents, but I mean, if I want to go somewhere, I gotta keep working now.
Right.
So I mean, it totally opened my eyes to that. I mean, if I just keep working at it, if I just keep going, just one more rep, one more time every day, you know, then I could totally make it. So I mean, it really gives you hope.
Okay. Now you guys got a Thursday night game this week. You guys are still yet to get in the win column. It seems like you're getting closer each week, you know, playing a little bit better. What do you need to do to get over that hump and get that first league win?
A lot of people are saying that we need to change our defense. I don't think that's it. I think that we need to just execute on defense. If we hold somebody to like 7, 14 points, or even 0, I mean, if we hold somebody to that, I know we can score on offense. So, I mean, I have no problem with that. But on defense, we just need to execute better. We need to make our reads and stuff like that. So I feel like there's things that we need to work out on defense. I feel like that not as much varsity experience for some dudes is going to, you know, just slow that down a little bit. But, I mean, it's been picking up every week, as we all seen. So, I mean, we just got to keep putting in the work, and then in time it'll get better.
All right. Sounds good. Well, good luck tomorrow night and the rest of the season.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You bet.